In this video, we will talk about how to create tables from scratch in LaTeX. So what do we need? I'm using MikTeX Console and Text Studio. If you want to do it online, you can use Overleaf. So let's start. So I'm going to create a simple article document class and begin the document and a section there. Section is a heading. So there's a tabular command which we can use. So begin tabular and the heading, I'm making them bold. So this is the first line, second line of the text, and end tabular. And this is a basic table. So this is how it looks like. And you can see that we have formatted it so that it looks better. So begin tabular and end tabular, that's the start and the finish of the table. And this is the first heading, second heading, third heading, and the fourth heading, and they have been made bold. So how do we separate the columns? They are separated by the and symbol. So and means go to the next column. So we have 4 columns, therefore we have 3 and symbols. So first, second, third, fourth. And this is our data, which is going to be in the first row. And in real life, you don't really have to format the way I've done that. I just made it so that it looks easier for you to follow. And this is our second line. So I've just formatted it so that it looks easier for you to understand. And at the end of that, we have the double backslash characters, which represent the new line or the new row in this case. And in the curly braces, you would see that I have C, L, L, R. We have 4 columns, and I'm saying the first column is centered, the next 2 are left aligned, and the last one is right aligned. So if I change it to left aligned, this is how it looks like. If I change it to C, and I'm also putting some vertical lines or the pipe symbols. Let's see what it does. You will get vertical lines on your table. And of course, you can use a H line or a horizontal line at the top. And since we have used it at the top, it'll be good if we do the same thing at the bottom also. So H line at the bottom would create a boxed table. And how do you handle each line or each row of the table? You can put H line characters separately for each of those rows. And that's how you get it. You would notice that I have 2 lines at the bottom. Why is that? Because there's one H line there, one H line there. So you got it twice. I'm going to remove one of them and run it again. And you would see that we get a proper table. And sometimes you might have a long text in your column. How do we handle that? So let's create a table which has long text. For example, like this. I'm saying in the last column saying advanced model. The advanced model has lots of features and so on. And this is how it will render. That's not what we want. So we will have to see how we can fix it. So the natural reaction would be, it's easy. All we can do is just put a double backslash there and it will break to the next line. But that's not the case. So if I run it like that, you would see that the remaining text has gone to the next column because it thinks the column has finished, it's gone to the next column. So we'll have to fix it differently. So I'll go to the third column, which is left aligned at the moment. I'm going to say it's a paragraph with 3 centimeters of width. And that'll give us a proper table which has been wrapped around. I can change the size to 5 or 8 centimeter and it'll change accordingly. There's a lot more to the tables which we will talk about in the future videos. So I hope you like this video and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.